So we had a successful tire change to this tire last night. Haven't had to change a tire on this truck yet, but it went pretty smooth. We're at this campground in Teotihuacan. Look at this overlanding graveyard. Not necessarily a graveyard. I'm guessing people are just storing their vehicles here. This guy looks like he's been all over Africa. That guy, yeah, I don't know where he's been. And there's like several other vehicles. Some kind of Toyota Land Cruiser. And then under the covers here in the red is some other kind of Land Cruiser or Land Rover. Can't really tell. Huge tree over here. Massive tree. And then there's like a dead tree stump just as big.
Up like that, it would,
yeah.
The tree would still be bigger.
Yeah. It's as big as our truck. This is where the school is. You don't want to go to school.
No, I don't want to go to school.
But you have to go to school.
But not here.
Where?
Here.
Where do you want to go to school?
Home school.
Oh, you want to go to Mama's school?
Yeah.
You want to go to this school or Mama's school? Same as Mila? We found an ice cream place. Too soon, then. Huh? We found ice cream?
Mine almost fell.
Careful, you're gonna fall again. What flavor is yours?
Strawberry.
Strawberry? Again? I got. Is this cookies and cream or just like some kind of cookie? Cookies and cream. Alright, let's walk this way. Well, you know, Luca didn't make it. He was inconsolably crying because he didn't want to walk. So he didn't get to come get this. Little boy. One day he's gonna learn. It's not just Little Caesars. You can hold this stuff on top. Yeah. Okay. Benedetti's has a rectangular pizza too. Smells good. We'll see how it tastes. Pretty good.
Not too far away.
Their pizza has sesame seed on the crust.
Can I have that one?
Although they're a little stingy on the toppings though. Hmm?
Look, you can have laughter. Like, oh.
Alright, I'm gonna click. Ready?
You sure that's the right one?
This is the right one.
Do you want to ask them about, is it going to be too hot when you're working?
No, I'm not. I'm so close to clicking.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna click.
Why?
Huh?
Why are we clicking?
Dude, we're gonna rent this place for a month. Yes or no?
I don't know, kids. What do you say?
Girls, do you want to rent this place for a month?
Yeah.
It's the place with the mermaid on the wall?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you really want it?
Yeah, there's a big pool.
Yes? Yes or no?
Do it.
At least it's good. And
I don't know. You have to decide right now.
Yes. Yes.
Camila
yes,
says yes.
Cool.
Ava says okay. Not very excited.
Just do it.
Click. Alright, it's official. We booked a place.
Yes. Big school.
Let's go swimming.
Go swimming at the beach.
Surfing.
You gotta go. You need. You need. Can I go on the boogie board in the pool?
If it's not too rough. On the pool. Sure, in the pool.
Yay!
In 8 years of traveling like this, we've never done this, which is renting a house for a month. We usually don't like committing for this long. It's not even that far in advance. It's actually just like a week and a half away. But for somebody who doesn't really know what they're gonna do this weekend, today's Thursday, to say in 2 weeks we're gonna be at this place, or in a week and a half we're gonna be at this place, it's kind of a big commitment. But we've decided that we're gonna drive down to Oaxaca and spend from the middle of May to the middle of June in the Puerto Escondido area. There's a bunch of reasons why we're doing it this way. It's because one is we know that we want to make it back to the border by the first week of July. That'll give us plenty of time to leave when we leave in the middle of June. And two is we were originally going to go meet up with our friends in the Yucatan, in Cancun. But compared to this place, Cancun is a lot farther away. Cancun, we're talking about over 1,000 miles away, whereas this is 400 miles away. So we just really didn't want to spend all of our remaining time in Mexico just driving around every day. So we wanted to slow down. We wanted to find a place by the beach and just relax. We've driven inland about 3 weeks ago almost. We've been traveling through inland Mexico and it's been cool, but we want to get back to the coast. So rather than just going back and exploring and camping, it's going to be hot. It's going to start to get real warm. We wanted to be in a place that is shaded, has a pool, you know, a place where the kids can relax, where we can relax, the kids can relax, get work done, and go to the beach, all that fun stuff. So we found a great place. We'll see how it is when we get there, but it has good reviews. We found an Airbnb, and we're paying $44 a night for 31 days, plus Airbnb fees. I thought it was pretty good. There were cheaper places available, but this place was probably best bang for the buck. So, well, you guys will see all about it when we get there in about 10 days. Somebody asked in yesterday's vlog about homeschooling and how we do it, and I wanted to take this opportunity as one to show you of an example of what we do for homeschooling. First of all, they're not schooling right now, they're just playing. Right? What are you guys playing? This one is lying to me. This one is the accomplice. She's not telling me. Anyways, they're not doing school right now, but they want to be on their iPads playing. A minute ago, they drew the pyramid that's in this town on their iPad. So what this town is famous for, this town is, we're about 2 miles away from a couple of pyramids, or a few pyramids, that are from back in the Teotihuacan era. The Teotihuacan culture is neither Aztec nor Mayan. I had no idea about this. I had to look it up and do some research. And it turns out every time we do something like this, really, really interesting stuff comes up. So we talked to the owner of this RV park. We asked her some tips and advice about how to visit it. She told us to, take taxi, and she had a little pamphlet, had a lot of good information on it about the pyramid. I did some research and read the Wikipedia page about the culture and the town. This pyramid is almost 2,000 years old. It predates the Aztecs and it predates the Mayans. This region was once one of the 6 biggest cities in the world at its time, and it had anywhere from 125,000 to 250,000 people. Now that might not sound like a lot in today's standards. 250,000 people 2,000 years ago was a massive amount of people. We're talking the equivalent of tens of millions of people, according to population percentage of the world. What Marlene is doing for tomorrow's school, she's gathering information about the pyramids and about the ruins that we're going to go see. And we're going to try to get the kids some first-hand experience at walking around the ruins while learning about it. But I thought this would be a perfect way to kind of explain to some of you guys who have questions about our homeschooling, and just one of the few methods that we use to take opportunity of our surroundings and let these kids learn something that might be really exciting for them.
First we made a map, so when we get there we know where to go and the name of things. See? Pyramid of the moon, pyramid of the sun, and the temple of a feathered serpent. Okay?
So there's pyramids and pyramids and the pyramids? Mm-hmm. I never seen that in my whole life.
Tomorrow you will. And so what I did is I got some literature, actually from a lady here at the campground, and it's for grown-ups, for adults, so I kind of extracted some points that I think would be interesting for the kids, and
Can I see what's behind
talk about astrology and location and how the pyramids used to look like, what type of art was on it, and how limestone was used as plaster, things like that.
So what percentage of the homeschooling do you think is this type that you do with the kids?
I think in the U.S. it was more.
Yeah.
We did a lot more exploring because we can detach the airstream and just
Go find something.
And everything was in English, so it was really easy. And we didn't really have to prepare as much because we could just read things when we get there. Especially with the Junior Ranger program and national parks that we did. Kids did over 100.
So this would be like an equivalent of like a Junior Ranger visit that we would do in the U.S. It's a lot harder for us to do it here because we don't know if there's some kind of infrastructure that the government have set up for kids to learn about these. So essentially you coming up with what the national park system would have prepared for us in the U.S. Right? You give them a little Junior Ranger program and things to learn, explore.
And we'll go over this stuff before we get there tomorrow, so they have a little bit of knowledge. And then while we're going through it, we'll talk about it and review it when we come back.
Okay, so besides this kind of homeschooling, what other kind of homeschooling?
So when we're not doing this kind of Junior Ranger type of thing, so we have notebooks. I just bought these at Barnes & Noble. So one for each girl. Some math books and spelling skills. So there's workbook days like everybody else. And then other times we will have nature day. So we will pick an animal or a plant or a tree or something interesting around us and draw it and write facts about it.
So would you say this is just something that you came up with yourself? Or are you following some other program?
No, I'm just kind of taking a little bit from every type of program.
Yeah.
And
obviously, as the kids show interest in certain subjects, we want to encourage that.
Right.
Because the more interested they are, the easier it is for them to learn, and the more they can absorb.
I'm waiting.
What are you waiting for?
For Owen.
These guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe that's just like an introduction to how we homeschool.
Right.
We can do more of these videos later. So there. That's just a little insight to some of what's happening in the homeschool situation between the girls and Marlene. Luca's still a little bit young to officially do homeschool, so we don't have any workbooks or programs for him. But obviously, as he's watching the girls learn and doing work and he wants to do stuff, he has a sketchbook that you can draw stuff on when the girls are doing nature journaling. And he's asking questions about things that he's interested in, and obviously, you know, if we think that he's ready for it and it's stuff that he can absorb, we let him know. That isn't by any means an in-depth look at how we homeschool, but it gives you, hopefully gives you some idea. And as we get more opportunities to kind of showcase some of the homeschooling methods that we use, I'll try to put them on our vlog. As you heard from Marlene, we don't really follow any program. We used to. When Ava first started homeschooling, we used to belong to a charter program from the school district where we used to live before we started full-timing. And that was good for us for a couple of years because we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't really know if we're doing a good job or not. It was nice to have somebody hold our hand as we went through it. But after a while, we kind of figured out how to do this ourselves. And also, the homeschooling program became a lot more bureaucratic. We like the system that we're using now. We definitely feel like the girls are getting benefits from this method. What we know is that they enjoy this process and they're learning things that they definitely would not be learning otherwise. So tomorrow, we're going to the pyramids. I'll see you then.